Early summer at Sanders Reserve, northwest of Auckland. As the board tells us, it's a 41-hectare multi-use park, including 22 kilometres of mountain bike trails, with views over the upper end of the Waitemata Harbour and aircraft from nearby Muriwai Air Force Base. Some of the bike trails and the view across to the Hobsonville area. Peeping above in the distance, Auckland's Sky Tower, 15 kilometres away. You wouldn't want to come off your bike here, as you might end up in the pond. At the bottom, we are here. The Faraway Tree, named after Enid Blyton's children's book. Yes, I remember reading it to my youngsters. On it are carvings by sculptor Phil Bonham, depicting the history of the area. Alongside a seat also carved by Phil, known as the Seat of Life. A last look at the harbour and the view before we depart. Muriwai, 4 days before Christmas. Auckland's rugged west coast. Like 12 months ago, we had come to see the gannets, which nest and breed here at this time of year. But some things seemed different to me this year. Maybe it was my imagination, but there appeared to be fewer birds than last year. Could it be that some of the birds on their way here had sensed that a nasty storm was coming and flown elsewhere? For a few weeks later, the Auckland area was hit by a severe storm and intense rainfall. Muriwai was hit badly, with flooding, landslips, destroyed property and loss of life. Then a few weeks later, Cyclone Gabrielle brushed past New Zealand, inflicting further damage. But we were oblivious to what was going to happen, and on our way home stopped at Juicy for ice creams, and then rejoined the pre-Christmas traffic. 6 weeks later at Orewa, north of Auckland on the east coast. Orewa has a nice long beach, but sadly today the tide is in, splashing on the rocks. And this seagull considers the dog sign is his personal perch. This was after our storms and evidence of damage was around. What's that over there? It looks interesting. A fascinating statue. Orewa's waterfront is a pleasant place to pass time. It's just a pity the tide is in. Away from the beach, across the road, the shopping area is interesting. The usual bars and restaurants, plus small shops selling knickknacks that are possibly hard to find elsewhere. The Nautilus Apartments. Time to go, and farewell Orewa for now. A week later, further north at Sullivans Bay. We almost had the beach to ourselves. But what's that over there? Somebody searching along the tide line with a metal detector. The island out there is called Pudding Island, according to an Auckland Council brochure, but appears as Little Egg Island on Google Maps. We had a picnic, which attracted local ducks, unsuccessfully hoping for scraps. Sorry chums, nothing special there. Now, if like me you assume ducks live only around fresh water, you are wrong. This flock of 8 is heading towards the sea with the usual duck waddle. There they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, all there. Other seabirds search for food along the waterline. And our metal detecting friend continues his search. Plenty of driftwood, mainly looking old, so probably not from our recent storms. Nature didn't put this here. Time to depart from quiet, peaceful, restful Mahurangi Regional Park and Sullivans Bay.